Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel. It is time for me to film my favorite video of the year, my fall fragrance recommendations. This is my favorite season to wear fragrances, and it is by far the fragrance category that I have the most of in my collection. As usual, I have so many to talk about that I'm going to be splitting this into two different videos. Today's video is going to be focusing on my more high-end luxury fragrances, and then the second video will be fragrances $150 and less. Let's get into it. The first one I have here is from Nobile 1942. This is Il Colore del Vento. This is my personal favorite citrus vanilla fragrance. I know citrus gourmands are very popular on the market. There are so many to choose from, and a lot of them definitely share similarities. You definitely don't need to own everything because they can start to get a little bit redundant. I love what Nobile 1942 has done with this fragrance. It really stands out in its category. It smells completely original. I really enjoy the contrast between the gourmand qualities that it has and the bright freshness and spiciness. So it's sweet from the beginning, but you get more citrus and spice when you first spray it. It has a really nice, fresh, bright lemon spiciness from cardamom, ginger, and it's also lifted by a champagne note, which I find really intriguing and attractive. It gives it naturally a crisp, bubbly character, and it helps switch things up a bit and cut through the sweetness that it has. This has the most addictive caramel vanilla combo. There's also sugar mentioned, and I would definitely say that I get like a crystallized, a little bit like crunchy texture to it, but then underneath there's even a butter accord, so it's warm and toasty, but then you have a bit of creaminess coming through as well. It has a very smooth, comforting amber adding to the warmth. Now we know that vanilla is widely regarded as a very attractive, alluring note. It's very comforting and just makes you want to snuggle up in it, and I find that because of like the champagne note and the fresh qualities, I would really deem it to be an elegant gourmand, and I get about 8 hours with a moderate projection. Next is Iris Cartagena from Bon Parfumeur, and this to me perfectly embodies a chilly evening. The sun has almost completely gone down. There's a breeze, you're walking outside, crunchy leaves covering the ground. You're smelling those leaves, the wood, the surrounding dryness, and then you get a whiff of chocolate that some kids have dropped from trick-or-treating. This is a really beautiful, unique, earthy gourmand. I feel like it really perfectly meets those two worlds together without venturing too far into either one. Totally unisex. It's a very cool scent. You get dry woods from sandalwood and cedar. There's a powdery character, of course, from the iris highlighted. It's full-bodied and deep. It's not a dainty iris. Earthiness is further brought in by green pops. There's petitgrain and papyrus. Also just a pinch of coffee beans. There's a smooth rum, booze, and then sweet qualities are introduced from tonka bean, vanilla, and cacao. I get cocoa powder and then a buttery vanilla, specifically buttery. I get that facet. Amazing spooky season perfume. Performance is really good. I get all day wear with a moderate projection. A new one that I recently picked up is Chai Fleur from Belnu. I saw this pop up on Luckyscent on their new arrivals page a bit ago, read the notes, and I was like, if that is not a bit of me. And it is, indeed. This is a woody, powdery, spicy vanilla. Check, check, check. Love it. So I will say I don't personally get much of a chai experience, whether that be like straight up chai spices, chai latte. I don't smell the cinnamon here. I pick up a little bit of nutmeg, but primarily I do certainly get cardamom. So to me, I interpret this more to be like chai weather fragrance. Like when you are drinking chai, this is the mood. This is the season to wear Chai Fleur. It's also interesting because it has qualities of warmth coming through, primarily from the vanilla bean, a beautiful like blanket of creaminess, but it also has a cool quality because of the violet. The violet in here, although it has vanilla, it doesn't come off like a candied violet. It's powdery, but it feels soft. It's not this really dense powdery violet, although it certainly has a prominent violet. It interestingly brings this cooling effect to the fragrance. Also, the pairing of lavender contributes to that. I don't personally get like a lavender balm from this. It is not harsh at all. That note doesn't come off like, say, cleaning product. Really, I would just say that it's part of the recipe for coziness for Chai Fleur. It also has a very dominant sandalwood. If you like a creamy sandalwood, you're going to subscribe to this. This is a vanilla that I think sits somewhere in the middle in terms of like people who don't like a sweet vanilla at all and people who want like a really gourmand experience. It has, I think, just like the perfect amount of a creamy sweet quality. Never goes too sweet. It is just right. In the beginning and mid experience, you really feel that this is an aromatic, spiced, woody vanilla. In the dry down, the vanilla comes out more. It becomes more creamy, more sweet, and more addictive. I feel like this ticks a lot of categories. It is a chic fragrance, it is cool, and it is cozy, comforting. Really excited about this one. You'll definitely be hearing me talk about it a whole lot more. And I get about 7 hours with a moderate projection. Now, I'm just going to be blunt. If you want to smell hot this fall, Fetiche La Rose from Louboutin. This is a sexy, sexy fragrance. Certainly one of my most seductive in my collection. This jumped up in popularity very quickly. It is another stellar Quentin Biche rose fragrance, but he gave us something new. This is not redundant to one of his other creations. If I'm going to tie this to a character, it screams Cameron Diaz in The Mask. My gosh, she is stunning. In her opening scene when she walks into the bank with that like skin tight red dress and the strappy heels and her soft smoky eye look, yeah, this is a rose that has a jammy, boozy, and syrupy quality to it. This has a prominent black cherry, so it gives it depth, a beautiful, alluring dark side, but also that sweetness that really pulls you in. It's got this smooth booze character and also smells like it's muddled with other red fruits. It's got a sexy spicy kick from pink pepper, a little bit of ginger. Beautiful, beautiful standout rose. Any date nights, any special events, or just straight up anytime I'm feeling myself, this is what I'm reaching for. This fragrance was inspired by the iconic Louboutin stiletto, and I think both the fragrance and the packaging reflect that. And I get about 7 hours with a moderate projection. Next, I have Acro Glow. This is a really smooth ambery vanilla, specifically benzoin and vanilla combo. This is a very approachable, easy to like amber scent. It's warm, easy to wear, nothing complex, but beautifully done. It has some spiciness from pink pepper, and there's a really nice incense note. It doesn't make this fragrance smell smoky. It smells like an unlit stick of incense. It has just a bit of a powdery texture due to the benzoin, and it's a vanilla that's a happy medium in terms of sweetness. Performance-wise, I get about 5 hours with a softer projection. Another approachable, easy to like scent. This was a recent gift from Twisted Lily. This is Florentine Diamond from Tamine. I was really intrigued by this note structure. It has a lot of things I enjoy. This has first and foremost a prominent sugarcane note, and they nailed it. I actually had sugarcane juice for the first time in Kauai. Eric and I pulled over to the side of the road because we saw a guy selling sugarcane juice amongst other tropical juices and smoothies, and it was so good, very fresh. He made, of course, everything right there in front of us. It was interesting because it's sweet, but of course it's a plant, and so it has a green, fresh undertone, and smelling this just transported me to that spot in Kauai trying sugarcane juice for the first time. It also has vanilla. There's a creamy quality coming through from tuberose. It's a very modern tuberose. It's nothing heady or thick or too overly floral. It has a soft woody base and then a bright mandarin orange at the top. If you feel like a lot of niche fragrances do a bit too much for you, this doesn't fall into that category. I think it's quite easy to like. Now on the flip side, if you're someone who wants something really unique and layered, this isn't that, but I think it's a really well done, smooth scent. It's sweet, but not tooth-achingly sweet. And it has gourmand qualities, certainly, but I wouldn't label it as a true gourmand because of the floral presence. It smells very feminine to me, very pretty girl. It has this soft cocooning quality, and I get about 6 hours with a moderate projection. Next, we have London Fog by Brandt. Of course, we know what this was inspired by. It really has all the ingredients you would need for a London Fog latte. Now, when you order a drink, depending on the spot you go to, every place does things a little bit differently. So I'll tell you what this London Fog smells like to me. This is not a London Fog latte with a ton of milk. This has a splash of cream. This also has an emphasis on the bergamot, that brightness. A lot of Earl Grey tea, a lot of bergamot, particularly at the start. You smell the vanilla from the beginning, but it's softer compared to the dry down. The longer this sits on your skin, it becomes more creamy, more sweet, and that vanilla really amps up. Also, as my juice has aged, when this was a brand new bottle, it was more citrus heavy when I first got it, and it's just got progressively more and more cozy. It also has a pronounced sandalwood in the base, an extremely creamy sandalwood. So if you're not a fan of dry sandalwoods, it doesn't go there. You get a soft aromatic touch of lavender. It's not too lavender heavy to my nose. And then just a little bit of honey, like a creamed honey. Adds a warm silkiness. This is my favorite House of Brandt fragrance that they've released so far. I think it's a very chic, balanced gourmand. It's not a photorealistic London Fog latte. It still very much so feels and smells like a fragrance. This is the perfect scent for a rainy day, cozy days inside, and I get about 6 hours with a softer projection. If you are an iris lover, you absolutely must try this. Bal Rouge from Mejuri. This is the most true lipstick scent I own. It smells like a vanilla scented bullet of lipstick. I love that smell for so long because I have vanilla scented lipsticks, and every time I use them I'm just like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I wish I had a perfume that smelled like this. It's so addictive and like unbelievably feminine and attractive, and there's like a comfort to that smell to me. I think it's so pretty and elegant. Not only does it have the iris and the tonka bean and the vanilla, but it also has like a bright lifted character. It has citrus notes in the top. It has lemon, bergamot. There's a beautiful muskiness, a sheer amber. If you like a modern cosmetic like fragrance, Bal Rouge is where it's at. And maybe the name is influencing me a little bit, but this perfume makes me think of Moulin Rouge. Very good performance. I get all day wear with a moderate projection. Next I have Mejuri from the Different Company. This perfume is so holiday coated. It has spices in it, warmth, it's gourmand, it's sweet, it has woods, it has amber, it has chestnut cream, just like so many categories and smells that you experience during fall and around the holidays. It is in here. It just dawned on me today. I was thinking about this. I would pair this perfume with the Gilmore Girls. This is the perfume I would pair with that show. First and foremost, this is a vanilla. Very addictive, sweet, enticing vanilla. It's full-bodied, it's rich. There's also tonka bean, little bit of maple syrup even. It's not heavy maple syrup. Like, this perfume is not gonna make you feel like you just, drowned your pancakes. It's supporting, but you can smell a little bit. And it's brightened with this candied orange. There's ginger, bergamot, also some cinnamon for spiciness, but I would say that I get more ginger than cinnamon out of it. This gets so so creamy as this dries. It has an ultra creamy sandalwood and then prominently a chestnut cream. Very smooth and warm. It feels like it's time to go curl up next to a fire. And the amber in here reads like benzoin to me. It has that soft, powdery texture. This is one for people who like their sweet perfumes. And I get about 7 hours moderate projection. Last but absolutely not least is Solar Flare by Ojar. Now, reading the name, I thought that maybe this would turn out to be a summer perfume. It feels too heavy to be a summer perfume for me. It blossoms in some chilly weather. It will bring the warmth to those fall days. I find this ridiculously intoxicating. This is really well done. It meets bright, floral, juicy with rich, sweet, and some depth. This has a juicy, fresh mandarin orange. It starts out more fresh. You still get the sweetness coming in from the honey and the vanilla, but they're more thinned out at the start. And as this sits, it deepens, it becomes more rich, gets sweeter and warmer. It's got some pink pepper and this beautiful floral honeysuckle. Also osmanthus in here, giving it a subtle apricot tone. This is by far and easily my favorite, and in my opinion, the best honey perfume I've come across. This is honey done right, in my opinion. It does not come off animalic. It does not come off cloying. It doesn't come off overbearingly sweet. It's warm and golden and the perfect amount. This also has some supporting background patchouli to give it umph. I don't think it's challenging. It's not giving it this strong earthiness or anything. It adds a little complexity. I haven't smelled anything quite like this. I think it's very special. Apparently this was launched in 2024. If I had discovered this last year, it certainly would have been a part of my best of 2024 releases. Beautiful performance, all day wear, nice moderate projection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below. If you haven't already, if you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having a great day and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.